I think we're gonna do another run with the Engi. I kind of dig this layout, and as long as you can get combat drones, you're in a pretty good spot. So Julie is gonna be our captain this time around, in recognition for her service in the previous one. Let's see, Mikashu, and you know what? Mikashu and Vivi both seem like they are ready to dedicate themselves to this cause. All right, so on the Torus, Captain Julie Fish with her dedicated crew, Mikashu and Vivi. Let's do it. Okay, so we do want the ion blaster to be powered at all times. And then for right now, let's leave both of those in reserve, because we're gonna want them for the drone. We do start with 15 drone parts, so you start in a pretty good spot as far as drone capabilities go. They don't have a shield, so let's get the drone out there fast. There we go. I think as long as we don't take a stray asteroid, we should be fine. Yeah, they didn't really have much they could do. 2 fuel, a missile, and 19 scrap. The scrap is actually much appreciated. I think we're going to spend it right away to put an extra reactor core in, because I would like to be able to max out how much is in our propulsion systems. If we're going to dedicate a spot to that, I would just as soon have it be useful. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Let's intervene, because I want to blow this ship up. The rebel responds to your fleet. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. They move to engage, while I move to destroy. They have a teleporter, which is kind of butt, if I'm honest. Because Engi suck at fighting, so we're gonna have to pull Julie out of the cockpit to take this fight. I need the combat drone to take their weapons offline. They have no oxygen. Okay, we're in an okay spot. Julie's gonna win this fight if for no other reason that we have the Engi nanotech. Yeah, he ran like a coward. Julie, take a little nap in the med bay while we mop up things with the combat drone. Look at that. No one stands in the rebel fleet's way, huh? 2 fuel, a drone, and some scrap. Oh, and then the outpost is like, yo, dog, you guys saved us. The outpost hails you. The pompous bastards expected free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. Well, look, they may have won the battle, but they've won 6 battles so far, I guess. I had to double check what voyage we were on. You come across a space station under construction. You receive a message from their command tower. Greetings. We recently lost contact with a cargo ship that was set to deliver more construction materials. Would you help us figure out what happened? Sure. Great. Thanks for your help. I've marked their last known coordinates and sent over some supplies to help you get there. So it's 4 fuel, a missile, and some drone parts. And where is the quest marker? Oof. It's kind of a tall task, if I'm being honest there, guys. Nah, I think we can get it. We'll use these nebulas to slow up the rebel approach. As you wait for the FTL drive to charge, you half expect to be ambushed at any moment. However, no attack comes. All right, finally we have enough quiet that we can put a point into our reactor. So now we can have everything charged up. Let's go ahead and take another nebula jump before we go up, because it's basically for free with the shortened nebula seek range. You detect a Mantis expedition vessel returning home with its haul. So determined are they, in fact, that they don't wait to see if you're hostile before firing. Well, that's, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of rude, guys. I don't see a huge reason to not just throw the combat drone out there. If we throw it out there, it just means the first shot from the ion blaster tends to actually hit the shield and ionize it. Our shields are actually down from ionization. It's a pretty big shot to take. Their machines actually built pretty well to combat what we're doing. I mean, we're gonna win, but they were actually able to offer up some volleys that really kind of troubled us. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of scrap. 2 missiles, a drone, and 19 scraps, in fact, which actually makes this shop now kind of a worthwhile stop. You find yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail you and apparently have some valuable technology for sale. Here's the teleporter we needed last run, naturally. Hacking stun. All crew inside a room during a hack pulse are stunned. Lifeform scanner lets us see life forms even when the system is damaged. We can just buy drone parts. Anti-bio beam. This terrifying beam does no physical damage, but rips through organic material, dealing heavy damage to crew members. That's horrifying. Doesn't hurt drones. Heavy laser is just your standard. No, not the standard laser. You get that one's different. 9 seconds shot per charge, and it does 2 damage. It only requires 1 power. I think this is worth getting, but we're gonna have to sell something to make that happen. I don't like anything we would have to sell. I should have paid closer attention to what was available first. A defense drone we can't afford. A beam drone would have been nice too. An anti-combat drone stuns combat drones that are attacking your ship. All of those would have been pretty good if I'm honest. Self-teleporting explosives that damage systems and crew, but not the hull. Can target your own ship. Oh, that's interesting. Uses a missile, does no hull damage, but damages crew and systems. And since they're teleporting, it does not matter that they're shields. And this we could even use against people boarding our own ship. Kind of strategically, if we can catch them in an area that doesn't have a system we're worried about damaging, like if they're in surveillance or just in like a hallway. It's like all my scrap though. I think we're just gonna take a pass here. That's unfortunate. It might be worth, I want to get to the quest marker too though. I was gonna say it might be worth jumping back just to see if we can get some scrap out of a random event. I think I'm gonna do that. Because if we can get even 1 scrap, we can buy that burst laser. Rebel ship is guarding this beacon. You order a pursuit course and prepare to scratch up 1 more. Let's do it, team. Come on, combat drone. Get in there and do work. Oof, they're using missiles. Rude. Our ion blaster's offline. Combat drone. Oh, shit. It's always when I think there's no issues that I'm like suddenly doomed. Did they shoot out our combat drone? We do need oxygen to be online. Ooh, big miss from their missile. That's huge for us. We need their weapon systems offline, please. They took a shot to shield, so I'm gonna take ion over and yeah. Just bounce the ion around. I guess that's the ion stun is long enough that I can afford to kind of shoot it around to different spots, and that's what I'm really missing with how we've been fighting with this ship. Yes, okay, so fuel missile, who cares about the missile, but scrap, and that was the key ingredient. So now I think we take the heavy laser. Only 1 power, and then this gives us kind of an alternative. Yeah. So we need to put 1 more point into weapon systems. All right, so it's going to take a little bit before we have the scrap to kind of retrofit the ship, but we're still in a pretty good spot. And we will be able to get to the quest node now. The rebels in this system are doing supply runs for the local space stations. The civilians have likely been out of supply for months due to the war and are in desperate need. Attack the rebels, wait and steal supply. No, we're not going to steal from the civilians. Let's attack the rebels. We've got a very kind of strict, we hate the rebels mantra on this ship. Captain Juliefish is all about making the rebels pay for what they've done. Oh my god, our combat drone is an animal. My god, they have no chance. This is like the Simpsons stop it, he's already dead meme. Combat drone is just on point, knocking out every system with one shot. With the rebel ship destroyed, you take time to collect what little scrap remains. They had already made their delivery to the civilians. Let's leave the civilians alone. You leave the civilians with the supplies, though without the rebel that was running supplies to them, it's unlikely they'll live long. Oh, I totally misread that situation. So wait, the rebel was helping them stay alive? Are we the baddies? Got another store, so hopefully this quest pays off with a decent payday. You find the missing cargo ship floating near the beacon. Thank heavens, we've been drifting out here after using the last of our fuel to escape the pirate raid. Give them the requested 4, give them what? Well, the 4 fuel is just the fuel we were given for the quest, right? So it kind of pays itself out that way, so that's fine. We'll give them the requested 4 fuel. Great, thank you. Here's some scrap metal for your troubles. Be careful out there. That was a grossly underwhelming gift, sirs. You should be ashamed. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on their way. No, I don't think that's how we'll do this. Too bad. You'll regret that decision. They've got drones, so they have a combat drone that's going to be pestering us. That's fine. We'll send our own drone. You guys want to play the drone game? Huh? Your drone's already dead. First shot. You guys have gone up against the incomparable Captain Deadeye Drone Juliefish. I love how I said that just as our drone missed. That's pretty delicious. I need a shot to shields, please. They offer to give you some of their goods if you don't destroy them. Actually, no, you will be destroyed, you pirate scum. Really don't appreciate you guys saving your biggest shot until then. Kind of rude, if I'm honest. Can I get this? No, I can't get that to where I want it. Yowza, stop it with this. All right, our drones are offline, so we're not doing any damage. So if we could get heavy lasers to please shoot, we might actually be in kind of a lot of trouble. Hopefully the fires on the north side of the ship just kind of get deoxygenated. Yeah, they did. So that's sweet. And then, oof. I don't think we'll lose enough oxygen to put that fire out that fast. Heavy laser, come on. Big heavy laser shot. Oh, huge. All right, so now everyone can just run into the med bay. Oh, we're losing oxygen too, though. That's not good. So about that oxygen, we're gonna need that fixed, and then we can deprive everything except for the med bay of oxygen to vent the ship. Yeah, okay, so that's fixed. So if they get back in, there we go. Super. And then sensor doors went out, so I can't open the last door we needed. That's ridiculous. Okay. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Everyone just stay put in the med bay while the fires go away. Why did you put me on this death rig? Look, Vivi, you're the one that didn't back up the fire suppression systems. I think everything's fine now. Let's send Vivi out to check. Yeah, okay, everything's fine. So go on back. Stay in the med bay while we close all the doors and let oxygen come back up. We're good. We're good. See? Everything's fine. Things got, I won't try and pretend that things didn't get at least a little squirrely. I'm willing to admit it. Buy shields, you murderer. We're getting there. We need some points for stuffs. Shields wouldn't have helped us too much there anyway. The issue with that was that they had it, well, no, I guess it kind of would have, because they were using the one pulse fire to bring the shields down, and then it was the beam drone that was doing the big damage, and obviously it doesn't do anything if we've got shields. Get this drone back up to snuff. There we go. See, everything's hunky-dory. We are immediately going to use almost all of our scrap at this store. Yeah, because then we're going to be able to jump back out to leave the sector. There's only one other ship at this beacon, and it is showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveler. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. Well, that's a bummer, team. Not really anything we can do with 14 scrap, so let's just hang on to that. Vivi's not wrong. In chat, Vivi said that we need more shields, and we do. But it's kind of expensive, and I would just as soon force these guys to make this run like suicide style. Agreed with Vivi? All right, well, I get it, okay? You arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Yeah, we're gonna attack it then. How about them apples? Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage your ship. They do not have shields, so we're actually gonna power down the ion blaster to just go ham. Because if their weapon system gets knocked out, that's basically the whole ball game. I'd love to not have to field the combat drone here. Oh, they shanked their first shot. That's going to be too bad for them. Oh, you love to see it. So we should just be able to watch one more volley go and pop goes the weasel. Like I said, 2 more volleys. Love it. The ship breaks apart and you salvage what you can. The outpost hails you in the scout after the scout ship was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this. I'm a house, missiles, drones, and some scrapola. All right. Well, that added scrap suddenly changes the complexion on shielding a little bit. We can afford to start putting in the groundwork to get to our second shield pip. We need one more. That does mean that we're going to have to field more power in the reactor as well. We have overstayed our welcome here. Rock controlled or rebel controlled? We're going to go to rebel controlled because rocks also have a tendency to, on occasion, do a lot of boarding work, and we're not really equipped for fighting off borders. At one point, this was one of the most commonly traveled sectors. Knowing that, the rebels have stationed a number of fleets here. Be careful. Well, we got plenty of nebulas we can jump around in. Or we can just kind of go right up the gut. This gives us a lot of stops that don't deviate from going forward and towards the exit. You arrive in the middle of a plasma storm. Despite the harsh conditions, a rebel scout seems to be waiting for you. All right, I do not like plasma storms. So we are indeed, oh, we're at half power. Shoot. Well, we don't want oxygen offline. I think we're gonna need... How do I want to do this? We have no shields. I mean, I feel like I'd rather have shields than propulsion, right? Like, okay, the dodge chance is nice, but shield just gives us a shield charge. In fact, why don't you man shield since propulsion is going to be down? And then once Ion can knock a shield out, yeah, okay, so with shields offline, let's switch over, field the combat drone, and then if I could get the heavy laser to do some work for me, please. Combat drone, I need you to hit shields almost immediately. Oxygen's not bad, I won't lie about that. Combat drone and heavy laser here should line up with enough regularity that we do get hits through. And with shields having taken direct damage there, that puts us in a pretty good spot. Powering up its FTL, it's trying to escape. Well, it's not going to. Accept their surrender offer. They offer you some cargo if you'll let them live. 13 scrap. No, you're getting blown up, pal. Eat it. Oh, we have a fire in the med bay, it would appear. And oxygen's offline. Okay. All of those are good things. The ship explodes, leaving behind scrap. 2 missiles, 2 fuel, 21 scrap. Oh. Oh my. Alright, well. They're also in the med bay taking damage because the med bay is not online, which kind of sucks. Put the med bay online. We could get sensors back, please, so that I know where there's raging fires. Hint, in sensors. This is why I hate being in plasma storms, because basically everything breaks all the time and you just assume everyone's dead. Is anything still on fire? I don't believe so. Mikashi was taking damage because I sent him into a depressurized room, so that was kind of sweet of me. Alright. Oxygen's coming back up. I think we're going to make the jump just so I can at least see what's going on the ship. And now we will get our power back as well. A rebel ship is patrolling this beacon and immediately turns to engage. As your crew scrambles to battle readiness, sensors detect short-range teleporter signal. On board. A flushed and panicky rebel soldier is teleported aboard. The rebel, who appears unarmed, repeatedly declares his peaceful intentions. It seems the rebel life has lost its charm. Accept his proposal and prepare to fight the rebel ship, or reject his offer. You can never trust these rebels. Ooh. That's a tricky one. I mean, look, if he came over, I'm going to go ahead and assume that he came over and was like, the rebels tricked me. They're not what they thought. Oh my God. The rebel takes his assigned station and then suddenly turns and eviscerates the nearest crew member. Red alert. Juliefish is gone. Intruders on board. Julie, I'd like to personally apologize for the fact that everything that I do in this game winds up involving you being doomed. Julie is never going to catch a break. We do have an intruder on board. We have a system. Wait, I don't have to open all this. We can just vent that. Yeah, we can vent this side one. Well, let's go ahead and get everything combat ready. I think we're going to just have to hope that this guy is a terrible shot. Oh God, there's 2 of them. We're going to have to play like Ring Around the Rosie. Oh, they're attacking our weapon systems though. That's no good. Oh my God, propulsion's down. Everything is terrible. The fire's gone. We can go ahead and close those up so that we're not hemorrhaging oxygen still. Weapons are doing nothing, so we might as well at least turn back on the heavy laser while there's still 1 pip of energy. And then you know what? Let's go ahead and vent that so that those guys are at least taking oxygen damage. Come on, heavy laser. Really need a big shot here. Not the shot I wanted, but I get it. It's not your fault. So they panicked and ran out of the weapon system because we vented it. So let's go repair weapons. They can take driving offline. That's fine. That's not going to upset me. Coming back to weapons, I'm assuming. There we go. Ship repeatedly hails you. It looks like they want to surrender. Absolutely not. You guys killed Captain Juliefish. We will ensure that all of your days are painful from here on out. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap. I mean, 25 scrap's nice and all, but we have to get a new captain, so don't really think that that wound up being a fair trade. We are going to go ahead and spend 25 of this so that we can put... Oh, I got to get the other shield pip first. There we go. All right, so we can have the ion blaster and 2 shield pips. And then I have some ideas for how to juggle the weaponry. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we need someone to captain the ship. We did F him up, Zelly. Don't worry. We got some sweet vengeance for Captain Juliefish. It'll be all the sweeter when we deliver the data to Federation HQ. You arrive in an asteroid belt to discover that a rebel automated scout is stationed here. It does have shielding, so we'll try and take that offline. So my thought is, if we can get their shields offline, we shut down the ion blaster and instead reroute power to a combat drone. I don't know that that's going to work, if I'm honest. Let's do this instead. This seems much smarter. Let's go ahead and just take the medbay offline unless we need it. And get the drone out there straight away. There we go. We lost door control. Not too awful worried about it. See if we can get a shot on weapons here. Love it. Love it. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of scrap. What does the hull repair drone do? I like the sound of that. If we wouldn't have to spend money on hull repairs, automatically repairs 3 to 5 damage to your hull per drone part. Interesting. So you're basically just trading drone parts for hull repairs. So between 3 and 5, a single drone part is like 8. Costs 8 scrap. So it's not cheap, but it certainly is like helpful in a pinch. Once you arrive at the location of the distress call, a civilian ship hails you. Thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire and we can't plot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. Could you lead us there? Sure, we're gonna go there too. Take a bit of scrap as down payment. We'll use your jump signatures and follow you. They've added a quest depot. Well, shoot, I was gonna go there anyway, dog. Another autonomous rebel ship. Let's go ahead and send out the combat drone. These guys have... Oh, the hacking system. That's adorable. Oh my god, he's locked me in here. Poor Mikashu just wants to go to the weapons station. Let me out of the cockpit. He didn't want to be in the cockpit to begin with. He really didn't want to be in the cockpit. As I said that, he leveled up in weapons station. Ship explodes. Missile drone and 24 scrap. As much as I want to continue investing money in the ship, I think we have to hang on to some scrap if for only to try and get another crew member, because 2 is just not enough crew. Shortly after you arrive, the ship you were escorting jumps nearby. They thank you for your help and offer you a reward: 2 fuel, a drone, and 30 scrap. I will gladly take that. There are no other ships near this beacon. However, you detect a small communication relay. You tap into it without a problem. There's no encryption. Most of the chatter revolves around troop and fleet movements. Not particularly interesting. 99 scrap does change things a little bit, though. We can put 1 more point into the reactor so that we don't have to keep that powered down. All right, we'll leave it for now because I'd like to be able to get crew should we have the opportunity. A rebel captain appears on the screen. I thought we had been doomed to backwater assignments. This is my chance to get back in command's good graces. Charge the weapons. We'll see about that, pal. Really need that ion shot to hit. There we go. Missile is kind of garbage, I'm gonna be honest. Our shields are down because of the ion pulse. That's crap. Oh my gosh. Get out of here, ion pulse. Luckily, their ion, the pulse on their system, they offer some cargo if you let them. No, absolutely not. This is my chance to get out of your backwater assignment, douche. We got lucky that the ion pulse took their weapon system offline a couple times. Otherwise, things could have gotten dicey. Ship explodes. 3 fuel, 1 drone, and 21 scrap. Let's real quick repair the drone bay. Yes, I get it. Thank you. Thank you, Ion. Let's go to the store. So we want crew. That would be the big get here. You discover a resupply station used by rebels and civilians alike. You transmit your fake ship identification, and for once, they don't seem to recognize your ship. You try to assume the air of a local as you prepare to dock. Crew. All right, so I'm thinking Jason Bolvey. Can we sell anything? Hull repair drone. I mean, hull repair drone just seems so helpful though. Because you figure if you pull 5 repair from it, you're actually getting more than your money's worth. All right, let's get scoops on board. Because that can help with some of our power distribution issues. And then let's fix the hull. Yeah. Yeah, and then I think we're comfortable with that. All right, so Mikashu, congratulations. You can go back to where you were. Save the new crew layout. So Scoops has taken control of the ship. And then ideally, what would we do? We would move him somewhere else so that we could get an extra power pip, yeah? Yeah. So right now he's pilot just so that Mikashu can get back over on weapons. But we would ideally get another crew member to take over on hull. Small shuttle appears on local radar. It turns out that it's a rebel automated scouts. They have a drone fielded as well. If we can get weapons offline. I don't like their drone isn't going to get through 2 layers of shielding. Oh, that's beautiful. Weapons are dead. And switch back over to shields with the... Oh, shields are down. Get out of here. Back with Mikashu on the guns. It's a done deal. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of scrap. So 2 fuel, the missiles we don't care about. 23 scrap, though. So 38. I don't think we could go. Well, we would have to sell something anyway. What can I do instead? What would we ideally do? I don't think anything yet, if I'm honest. So let's just head out at, well, no, we can get another visit in. Try and maximize the sector for everything we can. You enter a system bustling with rebel activity. Supply freighters and resupply stations are dwarfed by a few heavy warships. Luckily, no one seems to be paying attention to small cruisers. No ships are scanning or messaging you. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next area. Scanners are showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database. Let's investigate. You land a small shuttle in an enormous field, whose only occupants are small, brightly colored, six-legged, horse-like animals. Could they be what your scans picked up? I mean, I feel like this is yet another death trap. Is every event in FTL secretly just a death trap? It said intelligent life. We can try and communicate peacefully. If we immediately lose another crew member, I'm going to be so gutted. You left for a second. Let's try and communicate peacefully. Hey! None of your attempts to communicate seem to work. They just stare at you silently. As you prepare to leave, one of the creatures canters forward and forcefully nudges you away from the ship. He seems to want you to follow him. Eventually, they guide you to an old Engi ship's crash site. Inside, you're able to find and reactivate an Engi. So 3 fuel, 2 rockets, and 14 scrap. But most importantly, Monsvik has joined. So let's have Scoops take the shield room. Look at me, I'm the captain now. Monsvik is going to take over on the helm. All right, so now we've got to make some choices. I think we're going to put another point into the weapons station. Because hear me out. Now we can field the heavy lasers and the ion blaster. And the combat drones. We haven't been struggling to keep drone parts available since we're only using the 1 per combat. So I think we're going to keep pummeling with those. But it does give us the ability to kind of hopefully take less damage in sustained encounters. Next.